Hey y'all, this is Donna, and Siren, Janine, and Palma from Poland were talking about this ag in America and how she's starving her kids. If you look around her mouth area right here, she looks jaundiced, and she's only been fruitarian a few years. It's just not looking well on her. I have not been able to stop thinking about this little baby boy, Owen. I guess because my little boy, Oliver, is exactly his age. He's 14 months old. So, he was born at home like this little boy Owen, probably right around the same time, probably the same week or so. Oh my God, look how precious this baby is. You see the bottle in the background? Look how precious this little baby is. Oh my goodness. So, when you're giving a birth at home, you are trying to do everything natural. You're trying to protect your baby with everything in you. All you have, you are giving to this baby. So she has the bottle. She's not breastfeeding for whatever reason. They said she removed her breast as like a precautionary measure, which is kind of stupid because just having the gene doesn't really mean much. A lot of people have genetic predispositions to certain cancers and things like that. But anyway, she couldn't breastfeed, but she got another vegan mother's milk for at least a few months. And what's interesting is you can see in these first few months, this little boy looks happy, healthy, thriving. He's smiling. It looks like he's pushing up on it. He's hitting all the milestones, right? And he's just precious. He's a sweet, precious, tiny little baby. And then something changes. Oh my goodness. Something changes. About 5-6 months, you can tell they start giving him fruits. As soon as you start seeing them pull out the watermelon, look at him smiling. Just happy, just pushing up. He's trying to grow. He's trying to grow his brain, his immune system. He's trying to develop a microbiome. He's trying to flourish. His bones, everything is growing right now. This is such a critical time in a baby's life. So critical. And she thinks she has it figured out. She thinks she's found the ultimate way, right? The healthiest way. And she's not vaccinating. So that's at least thank God this little baby isn't getting hit by all these other areas. So he's not vaccinated. He's born at home. Breastfed a few months, not very long. And you see the malnutrition starting right there. He's starting to look kind of skinny. He's finicky. Oh, my little boy had that same exact little onesie outfit. It's a Carter's outfit. Anyway, it's just so many similarities, and then you start seeing look at the little tiny skinny scrawny legs. His little tiny arms. He's trying to grow. I guess what I'm trying to understand is how is this family who obviously has money, they could afford IVF, which is how they conceived Owen. How are they starving to death? How are they starving to death? Look at his little hands. Watch his hands. Somebody commented that this is apraxia, and you know what? It probably is. Look at his little hips when he crawls. He doesn't even have his hips aren't even developing. Do you see how narrow that is? So he's not even walking. He is just scooting along as best he can. His little legs look like they're atrophying, He's just trying. My God, this is freaking heartbreaking. This is really heartbreaking. It's like, how can you induce complete neurological and malnourishment and just, how can you induce this? This is how you do it. This is how you fucking do it. You feed your kids nothing but fruit. Look, nothing but raw, fresh food. Follow Fully Raw Christina, and you'll figure out how to neurologically damage your kid. Don't worry. You can do it by just not feeding them enough nourishment, not giving them enough nutrition. So his little mannerisms, he's like, his muscles are underdeveloped, his bone structure looks underdeveloped. And this little girl is somehow, she seems to be doing okay. She's talking and stuff. Okay, so let me show you my little boy. This is by no means me saying every little 1-year-old should have rolls on their legs or anything like that, or that every 1-year-old should be running around and playing with their siblings. And, all babies progress at different stages, but there's like a typical, barometer where they should be at around this age, and their muscles should be developing, obviously their bone structure should be developing appropriately, things like that. And we can see this is not happening with this little boy. I have a couple more questions. Why did all these people at this party, so she has friends, possibly family that lives around her, why are all these people, nobody's saying anything? Nobody's speaking up for baby Owen. Nobody. All her fans online, she has a bunch of subscribers, and people are, probably commenting, praising her, and liking her videos. Why is nobody speaking up for this little child? So it looks like the others got some cake, probably some kind of raw, cake. They don't show Owen eating anything but freaking fruit. Sea Siren Janine just said that Aga striked her channel, so I feel more compelled to make this video. And everything that I've watched of this girl so far, all I see is fruit. That is literally it. That's all she makes. That's all she gives her kids. It is incredibly frustrating. This little boy, they were giving him green juice in a bottle, like as an infant. So he went straight from, whoever's breast milk to green juice. And this is not to shame her, but it's like a warning, don't do this to your children. Please, God, don't. I did something similar to my middle child. As soon as he went from formula after he had breast milk a few months after he was born, and then formula, and then after that, as soon as he was on solid foods, I was shoving, spinach and crap like that down his throat, thinking I was doing a good job. And it's just, it's like, what are these people thinking? What was I thinking? Well, I was thinking that all the nutrients he needed were right there. They were in freaking plants. I was thinking they were in plants. So this little boy needs help. Somebody needs to take him in and just give him raw milk and egg yolks and, meats and just everything that he needs to hopefully reverse some of this. I don't know. I don't even know, if his bones would start growing better or, obviously there would be some benefits, but you wonder. But I've got a question for the vegans, because let's pretend for a moment, how vegans, they think all of these ex-vegans are just, they weren't strong enough or they didn't do it right. They think these people are failures, and it kind of boosts their own arrogance up a little bit, their ego up. They start thinking that they're doing it right, the ones who are still doing it. So they think they're doing it right, and they think everybody else just did it wrong. So let's flip this. Let's say that this is all the same things happening with carnivores. Let's say that all of the carnivores, a lot of people go carnivore and they're doing it wrong. Let's just pretend for a minute they're failing at it. They're doing it wrong, and their health is failing, and their kids are dying, and their kids are not growing properly. They're developing neurological disorders and all this other crap and health issues as a result because they're doing it wrong. Let's just pretend they're doing it wrong. Okay, so wouldn't that still make the whole diet be causing more damage than it is helping anybody, the animals, anybody? If it's killing people, if it is damaging babies' lives, children, how is that a good thing just because a few people can quote unquote do it right when so many people are ruining their health on this? It's obviously, imagine if that was the carnivore diet. Imagine. Because here's the thing. People would rally together. You would see celebrities speaking out. You would see everyone banding together and publicly denouncing that diet. They would say, it is not worth it. Nobody should be doing this. No parents should be doing it. Everyone would band together and say that it is not worth the risk. If somebody could try so hard and still do it so wrong, it is not worth the risk. So I want to take a look in this fridge. This was a very sad moment. They've got one carrot because all the food it's fruit. It's out on the shelves. It's bananas and mangoes. So yeah, like I was saying, everyone would denounce it, and the thing is, this couldn't even happen if you were eating exclusively animal foods and giving your kids exclusively animal foods. This should wake vegans up. The fact that could not happen with animal foods. You could not starve somebody if they were primarily in animal foods. Now, this is the green juice he's drinking as an infant. If you're wondering why I had to re-upload this, it was because I had to take out some of the cursing. I was way too emotional when I first did this. This is some more footage that I thought was just appalling. This is a typical dinner. She's feeding her kids cucumber noodles instead of pasta. Cucumber noodles. Something somebody who's trying to drastically lose weight would eat. And then she's got vegetable, and then the curry sauce, the quote unquote curry sauce, is more vegetables that she just blended up and put in the blend, poured over top. So yeah, that's their diet, and it's heartbreaking, it's tragic, and I know everybody is aware now. So yeah, pray for them, pray that they get well and they do better for their kids. And I don't want to see them lose their kids or anything, but I want to see them get better. I want to see them do better and come to the realization that they've got to try to reverse some of this. They have to immediately do something to try to start reversing some of this damage. And I think there's hope for Owen. I think we can feel like there's hope because, it's powerful when you get proper nutrition, proper fat, protein, not just your macronutrients, but as a child, you need your every single nutrient. You need your micronutrients, and animal foods are such an amazing source because foods like raw milk and eggs and meats, you get everything in one place. You don't have to worry about, putting it all into Chronometer and wondering if you're going to get this or that. You get everything. So let's just pray that she wakes up. All right. See y'all later.